Okay.
So how are we feeling?
I just got to know that we were supposed to give our speech tomorrow. Just a couple of minutes ago.
I'm honestly gonna just tank whatever infractions she gives me for like time or citations because I don't feel like putting that much more effort into this.
I think our problem was that we had different main points that we were talking about. Cause like the overall was like residential policies.
Yeah.
And then I said 3. I said maintenance of laundry facilities, restrictions on kitchen appliances, and then access to a proper kitchen in residence. Those are the 3 that I said.
I didn't directly talk about appliances when I was talking about benefits, or the kitchen when I was talking about benefits for solution, but it's super easy to work in there. Like I basically talked about it, I just didn't say we should have kitchens, but it was kind of, it would be hard to make that work.
We talked about how the washer and dryer repair plans Bible and University of Oregon and Boise State are already using these kind of policies, and they have a designated online system where you can track the progress of the entire thing. And the cooling appliances actually, where was it? UC Berkeley and University of Michigan also allows those kind of things like hot pot and stuff. So they're not getting their dorms burned down by the students or anything like that. So it shouldn't be a problem. But I can't find anything that much useful of the kitchen part that I said.
Yeah, the sources that I found for like the proper kitchen is just like how it's important for students to eat meals.
Yeah.
That's like what I said.
By the end of the part, we did have something like that, but not that these kind of universities have given students separate kitchens with every kind of things from stove to fridge to everything. I haven't found anything like that, so I just talked about how these are important for those who have like allergies or like I'm a Muslim and I can't eat pork or anything gelatinous, so I have a different diet than others, so I have to prepare my own meals as well. So that's why we should be allowed to carry those kind of kitchen appliances. That's how I said the thing.
Yeah, I feel like when you talk about how we should be allowed appliances, it's for the same reasons as being allowed a kitchen, so it shouldn't be that
I
hard.
feel like they could go, like the
Yeah.
reasoning could go.
And then you can kind of double use some of your research for
I
that.
think as long as like you could just like slip in like the kitchen into it. So
Yeah,
then it doesn't
possible.
seem weird that some of us are mentioning it and some of us aren't mentioning it.
I don't honestly even pay that much attention. Like, notice.
Yeah. Bailey might be paying into it, so
Yeah, I don't know, she might be feeling like being in here.
She does pay a lot of attention. Like the class we had previous, I was watching the semifinals of the Europe and she instantly said we shouldn't be on our phones. So she might notice this, but sorry.
hopefully she doesn't watch that. Has everyone like written their speech?
Yep.
I have like an outline because that's kind of how I wanted to do it, but I actually have not made like a separate outline from how I did it. Like I can basically just chop out extra words to kind of make it how I do it.
I need to make mine just a little longer.
Yeah, that's another thing I wasn't sure about is time. Like I hate practicing out loud, but I definitely need to see how long it's gonna be. So I'm always like so off in how long I think it's gonna be when I say it versus how long it actually is. Like I thought it was gonna be short last time, and I was like barely not too long. So who knows?
I've lost 5 marks for being too long. I'm worried.
5 5% of it.
I was like, I feel like this entire speech is just kind of us saying the same thing over and over again. Like I've noticed everybody else kind of said.
I actually hate listening to them. I feel bad.
I know. I'm
It's so
experiencing it.
repetitive.
It's like they all say the same thing. It's like, is it kind of the speech itself? Yeah, but like, I mean, the kids can't really do much about it.
Yeah, because basically we're all given the same problems and we all agree on the same solutions, and then it's just like saying in different ways the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also have to introduce all of you before you guys start talking, like between each of it. So what's the order? Your problem, and then what solution after your solution, and then your solution.
Liability.
And first we have like a 30-second like a grace period, right? So if mine's 4 minutes and 30 seconds, that's fine, as long as it's not less. I don't remember exactly how much it was. I think it was 30 seconds. Bro, watch me intentionally do it 4 minutes and 31 seconds, just so we can like get done with the mystery singer, honestly.
It's so funny watching the people up there just kind of stand and like look at
Oh,
their.
it's so awkward, or like they'll be completely zoning out. They'll be looking in a totally different direction, just like.
Yeah.
It's actually the worst sign.
Yeah, I know.
Because the speeches are so long too, but it really feels like one speech. It's just repetitive. Oh, my God.
I do imagine there are no people in front of me. All of them are just trees and I'm in the forest.
What are you guys doing for the Idaho one? Do you
I
know?
I haven't decided yet.
I thought about just doing a professor.
It would have been fun
Yeah,
if we
watch me
did
talk
that.
about Stevie P.
Honestly, you should.
Honestly, he would kind of make sense. He's like an institution here.
He said today in the lecture that he teaches a fencing class. Like he just like.
I feel like I
He's
heard
our
about
economics
that.
professor.
Yeah, and my comparative politics professor coaches rugby. But no, I remember him saying something about fencing like at the beginning, and I like, because he was talking about
Also
how
not
he used to be in like Pike, and he,
Yeah.
his glory days in like a frat.
Yeah.
At least we don't have to be here and giving the speeches in person. No one has to see it. So if it's public, it only affects my grade. And I thought all my finals were on Tuesday, and I only have one on Thursday. So I have to be here until Thursday. But
What else do you guys think we should talk about?
What are we gonna wear? Hold on, straight.
This is the standard.
That's a
Women
standard.
too.
I don't think I have the time. What's that guy wearing?
A lot of them.
Sorry, I'm so ADHD, but
I've been
There's
seeing
There's
that.
some crazy lore behind those guys.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
He has
Well,
a
Are they
red
a
one,
cult?
green one, and now the blue.
there's a few. I think there's 2, maybe 3, but they're like video game engines. Like they're computer programming majors. They're seniors. They're about to graduate, I think.
I
And
guess
one of them
they're
is like-
participating in a D&D or something.
No, I thought it was D&D too, but they helped people out on these projects where they were like, because one specializes in like Unity, the engine, and the other specializes in the Unreal Engine. So there's Unity Wizard, Unreal Wizard, and their mom got heard. They heard, and they were being called the wizard, so they made them the robes and the hats.
That's crazy.
That's
Just wear them
actually
Yeah,
insane.
they wear them around now. They're
Wow.
LARPing as the
Special
wizards.
guys.
Time.
We do that all the time.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I love them. I'm in the major, so
Yeah.
I get to interact with them all the time.
So pretty. I think
No, like seriously, are you planning on wearing formal?
I don't want to outdress. This is just because I'm going to a speech like tonight for one of my friends. But whatever, because like people aren't, you notice people aren't like putting crazy effort into their outfits.
Yeah, I think just part of like the essay, see like this Sunday, if you're like analyze your thing, ask like if you dress for.
Who's recording? Are you recording? Or are we in like a flash? Sorry. I just
the-
assumed you were
the
the model.
flash drive.
I
I
have a
was like-
flash drive and I'm the one that's gonna be like recording it.
Okay.
I can just like wear khakis and a button up.
I'll choose tall is like yeah. Always dress for that one. Yeah, and then as far as transitions, that's your department, so we don't have to worry about that.
And then you guys want me to stand in the regular.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah.
And then I guess like in the moment, if we notice that like what we're saying, like I guess it depends on how long your speech is, but if you notice that like what you're saying is like literally the same thing as someone else said, we could in the moment kind of just like turn that if we know that we're like good on time. But if like, or if there's something that like you feel like needs more explanation, but that's more of just like if you feel comfortable and if you're in the right time frame to do that. I'm definitely gonna be like watching the time because I'm like scared to like mess it up.
I think she don't. You get like quite a bit off if you don't hit the time.
Yeah.
Is this like a, do we all get graded for this, or do we get graded like
It's
individually?
individual.
It's individually?
Yeah.
Okay, we just work together.
I'm not sweating like bombing this. No, I'm not gonna suffer for my
You're
lack
not
of
gonna suffer
preparation.
for me deciding, you know what, screw this. Well, the funny thing for the grading is that us going to the meetings and contributing to them is 50 points. The outline is 75 points, the delivery is 75 points. We get as much for making the outline as we do for actually how we do our speech.
That's
And
not,
then the video analysis is 25 points, and then combining that with the meeting participation contribution, like it's not even like a third of it is actually doing well in this. So I'll try to hopefully that brings the stress level down.
I think I'm just gonna try to talk as slow as I can.
I always talk
Yeah.
so fast,
Oh,
and that
that's
means
your
that I
bad.
usually
I'm
have
so
so
sorry.
much like
It's about me.
leeway if I
Mine
just
right
talk
here.
slow. Like I will talk at one speed and think that I'm like not
about to give you
good,
my laptop.
but then
Yeah.
if I just
Oh my god.
talk at a completely
There
different
goes my
speed, talk
passport.
like I will literally be like, I just talk so fast, it's an actual job.
Yeah, I gotta slow it down.
I'll throw the videos in. You don't have to worry about it.
I got like
Let's go to the economics.
Oh,
Are you going?
I should.
It's extra credit.
Oh.
So it's in 20 minutes, so I'm going. Unless you don't have your